Warning, this video contains many flashing lights. Please do not watch this video if you have epilepsy or other issues with light sensitivity.
Hello, Helldivers. Are you looking for an adventure beyond your wildest imaginations? Are you looking to watch a man kill a bug? Kill just a really big bug? Well then, hi, hello, my name's John, short for Jonathan. I'm just your average, sexy, invincible, 7-foot-tall recruit, and like any other 7-year-old on Super Earth, I have a state-mandated dream. I want to know what it's like to go on a full-on level 9 hill dive. Unfortunately, Super Earth bureaucracy is a
highly democratic system
and won't let me go on the highest difficulty immediately, so I'm going to be taking you through the entire Helldivers difficulty gauntlet, all the way from the most trivial of trivia to the ultimate hill dive. So strap on those Velcro Skechers, load up those 500-kilogram bombs, and prepare yourself, because we're about to be splattering more green goo than Schneider at the Kids' Choice Awards.
Quick forewarning to those watching in the future. The recordings you're about to watch are from April 7th to the 9th of 2024. That means the automatons were gone. Sorry to those of you that are into penetrating robots, but there's another problem. Current date is May 2nd, and a new unofficial major order just dropped. Due to some rule changes from the higher-ups, Helldivers in certain regions lost access to their destroyers. Many others are shutting down their own destroyers in protest, and I've decided I'm doing my part. As such, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit lost. I don't know what's going on, or what's gonna happen, but if there's one thing I do know, it's that Helldivers don't leave other Helldivers behind. So without further ado, please enjoy these recordings. SES Ombudsman of Conviviality, signing off.
Fellow Patriots, welcome to basic training, where all recruits begin the long, grueling process of becoming a Helldiver. Here we'll learn how to shoot, dive, die, socialize with federal agents, and congratulations, we've finally earned our cape. So now that we have access to missions, here's the basics of what we do as Helldivers. Step 1, land. Step 2, kill. Unfortunately though, Gacy maxing is not our priority, as we have mandatory main objectives, which means that I just bought all this clown makeup for no reason. There's a bunch of different ones that can range from removing evidence of homosexual frog intercourse to simply raising the flag of Super Earth. Yeah, we got like 2 more minutes of this. But after completing the main objectives, you're done. It's not mandatory to kill any bugs. It's not even mandatory to leave. All you need to do is complete the main objective. But what if we could do more? Difficulty 2 introduces the concept of side objectives, which have no effect on whether or not you succeed on the mission, but give you a check mark on the end screen when you complete them. However, like hanging a box of flashing lights in front of a 70-year-old with too much retirement fund in his pocket, as a gamer, I simply can't help but try to 100% a checklist, which is sure to get me in trouble later. For now, the only side mission is just reenacting taking a magnifying glass to an anthill on a 10,000 times scale, but they're gonna get a lot more difficult as we go on, so enjoy your facilitated bug terrorism while it lasts. Medium difficulty doesn't really change much, it just adds an extra mission to the mission, but here is where I finally decided to change my build. There's a lot of correct options in terms of what primary to take, but personally the only correct option is the breaker. It's got strong damage, decent range considering the whole shotgun thing, and basically turns the game into a point-and-click adventure for the blind, because no matter where you point, you're bound to click on something, even if you don't want to. For armor, I went with the obvious choice of Hero of the Federation, because why would I die when I can look at the god and ask heads or tails? Plus, I'm really good at coin flips and not at all addicted to gambling. Alright, so I know I kind of just blew through the first 3 difficulties peanut style, but that's because the word difficulty so far has been a bit of a misnomer. This is where it starts to change though. Meet the Charger, famous for charging, also famous for achieving quantum immortality. Killing them either requires game knowledge or several minutes of your time, which means that to me, they might as well be invincible. As such, this is the first time that I recruited assistants, which went about as well as you'd expect. 7-year-olds just ain't as competent as they used to be. We got through the first mission with the only real difficulty being directional, but the second mission introduced mandatory bug terrorism, which had already become far less facilitated. We got lucky with some turncoat chargers deciding that owning a home was cringe, but if we want to keep moving forward, then we're gonna have to step up our game. So I dropped the dead weight off at daycare, did 0 research, and dropped alone again, having changed nothing. Like I said, the Chargers are invincible right now for a reason. I dropped next to the main objective because I knew this was going to be a battle, but I severely underestimated just how bad the situation was. After wasting 6 minutes and a death without getting anything done, I had already accepted the fact that it was over. Yet, in the deepest shadows of It's So Over, lies the brightest flame of War So Back. Despite me putting on the executive military title of the handicap for 3 missions, with the help of these 2, we were pretty easily able to clear all of difficulty 5.
And honestly, there's something really cool about being able to work together with people I've never met and will never directly communicate with in order to accomplish something together that we really couldn't do alone. After all, that's kind of the whole point of the game, isn't it?
So overnight I decided to harness the power of Google.com to defeat the Charger Menace, and after switching around a couple of my stratagems, they are now officially a non-issue. Which means that now all our problems are solved. Dramatic irony is a narrative technique in which This
is a Bile Titan. These spider fuckers, no, not like that, are the second biggest boss of the tournament front. They spit harder than your mother and take a beating better than a woman in a polyamorous relationship with the entirety of the police force. And also your mother. Oh, and if you're wondering what the biggest boss is, spoiler alert, it's the copy paste key. Or your teammates, depends on the situation. I tried using anti-tank missiles on it, which unfortunately did not work because if you look closely, you can see that this is not in fact a tank, but a Titan. So I wasted a considerable amount of time trying to detank something that was 0% tank in the first place, and considering that the map was built like 1986 Labyrinth without even having the courtesy to mod in the Bowie Bulge, it was clear that me and the team were in trouble. To make things worse, the femboy and the entire college party on a single PS5 were busy doing side objectives while I tried and failed repeatedly to do the main objectives, which led to us running out of time on the last segment. Without stratagems, the entire college party was eliminated, and when I failed the quick time event, I had no choice but to leave my fate in the hands of my femboy, which worked out thankfully, but still not a situation that I would like to find myself in again. I got a second chance at killing a Bile Titan in the next mission when we had no reinforcements left with only 2 people alive, and failed again. Luckily, Nipsey Elgato saved us and carried the mission, shout out Nipsey, but my confidence in my ability to move beyond this point was starting to take a serious hit because I had seen double digits Bile Titans and killed none of them. So I decided I had to put myself in a situation where I had no choice but to clutch up. So I released the Kinders Out of the Garden Abandoned 3 featuring 180,000 polygon remote, and there was now no one but me capable of killing Bile Titans, which means that it's time to attack the Titan. Anime. Anime. After killing the first Bile Titans, me and my friends realized that us country boys, we make do. And as we hit level 7, which I'm not entirely sure I'm allowed to say the name of, we were beginning to interact with some more high concept gaming. For instance, this is something I just made up called breach chaining. Basically, bug breaching is when the baby bug cries for the mommy bug to help, and breach chaining is when the baby bug just won't shut up. Unlike on airplanes though, the best solution is just to stop fighting. Become Gandhi. Simply remember that things cannot hurt you if you cannot see them, close your eyes, do a 360 and walk away. You might have also noticed this thing floating around my head. This is my guard dog. Between mastering the classic French strategy, working on our teamwork, and the biblical angel, we were able to glide through the jump on your balls and cock several times in Minecraft difficulty, and I was left alone for our final stop on the way to the Helldive. So for this semi-final battle, let's introduce the cast of teammates we've been assigned. First, we have Groperand, my brother in levels and one of the 2 Linky Kongs of the mission. Next, we have Ryson, who's kind of built like Diddy Kong, and Spookin, the leader of our coconut crew. Now, I don't know if anyone else can relate, but there's always this feeling I get the first time that I launch into a game with a group of random people. Kind of like the first time you do a raid boss, if you're enough of a loser to do one of those. There's this nervous anticipation, not knowing what you're dropping into or who you're dropping in with, and all you can do is trust yourself and your teammates to work together and get things done. And with that feeling slowly creeping up on me, the coconut crew all landed for the first mission. There was one of those moments where the team just magically worked. Reinforcements were immediate, everything got cleared, supplies were on the objective. Someone even stimmed me when I was low. How often do you get stimmed by randoms? With Spookin clearing out all the side objectives and us 3 running around trying not to die while getting the main mission finished, we were able to perfectly clear the first segment. Moving into the second mission, someone had a bit of an oopsie, but after playing Inverse Minesweeper for a couple of minutes, we were quickly able to return homelessness back up to LA levels. And then it was time for the last mission. After another little oopsie, our donkey gave up on us, and we ran ourselves all the way down to 5 reinforcements in 10 minutes. And despite kind of feeling like it was over, we all decided to stay in, which meant that it was time to exterminate. In what was probably the most coordinated 20 minutes of my life, we managed to stick together, clear the uplinks, evacuate the citizens, kill some bugs, and even pick up some side missions along the way. And with only one more death in the last 20 minutes, we were all able to extract and go home. And that's what makes the game magic to me. Those moments where everything looks over and we all manage to sync up, lock in, and do what needs to get done. Like, it's over now, those guys are long gone. But for a few brief moments, a trio of randoms came together to make the perfect team. And I think we had a lot of fun. That being said though, there's still one difficulty left. And with Helldivers across the world syncing up and locking in, it seems like nature is finally healing. So after unlocking an extra special toy, I called the boys together one last time for our final Helldive.
Are we actually doing Helldive?
Yeah. And that's it. That's the story of how I became a true and honest Helldiver. And although I think our fight on this front might be over, thankfully there's still a whole other fight to... Sorry, hold up a sec. Hey, what's up? Oh, it's already August.
And they patched the game again and ruined everything? Oh, and it's still region locked.
Alright, cool, thanks. Bye.